Assistive technology helps students with disabilities. It helps in their basic functional needs throughout the day, either help with improving them or maintaining them in some way. I've been working with assistive technology in the classroom for about 14 years now. My very first student was quadriplegic blind deaf certified, and he used a ton of assistive technology throughout the day. Everything from modified ways to move around, to eat, to communicate, just basic interactions with switches and vision equipment. I was exposed to a lot during my time with him. I really like the different communication assistive devices, especially like the different talkers and things. I work with a lot of students who are nonverbal or limited verbal, and I've always really liked the idea of them being able to communicate basically on like an iPad-like device effectively. I have some students who can't talk at all, but they are still have all of the information inside them, and they're able to communicate through some kind of talker device or iPad with an application on it effectively, even though they can't verbally speak. And I think that's really exciting to be able to have that for students. Describe 3 of the 6 applications. One of them is assistive with communications, a very basic technology for assisting with communication would be like the PEC system. You have like a basic notebook with pictures that they can move around and talk with. That's a low technology system. Another area would be assisting with mobility or physical limitations. One thing would be a stander, and a stander is something that helps students who are not able to stand on their own get used to weight bearing on their feet. Usually these students are like limited in a wheelchair of some kind, and the idea is hopefully if they get used to weight bearing, they'll be able to stand on their own eventually, or sometimes they can't, and it just helps get them out of their wheelchair and stretched out so they have more healthy that way. Another is assisting with basic functional needs. One really cool piece of technology that I've found is a counterweighted spoon for people who have really shaky hands. So they might cognitively be able to feed themselves, but physically their hands are so shaky that if they try to feed themselves, food flies everywhere. Well, this spoon somehow managed to counterweight balance their shakiness, and so as they're shaking, the spoon shakes perfectly in the other way, so as they bring it to their mouth, the food doesn't go anywhere. It just stays perfectly level, and I thought that was really cool. One assistive technology that wasn't listed in the module was something called Dragon Naturally Speaking. It is a piece of software which effectively types out whatever you're speaking. I worked with a man who had polio in his youth, and because of that, he had very limited use of one of his arms and pretty much no use of his other arm, but he was a very bright guy, and he really liked technology, and he really liked being on the computer, and he used Dragon Naturally a lot to be able to type out emails and type out texts and things like that, and we found it was the most accurate software that we could find for him, and I thought that was really cool. And I had it on my cell phone for a while too, because it was way better than Siri and whatever is included on the iPhone. You could get some pretty funny garbly text trying to talk to the iPhone system, but Dragon actually types it out properly. So I thought that was a really cool piece of technology.